Most people running ads have no idea if they're winning or losing. They throw money at Facebook or Google, and yes, they see some conversions coming in, but then when you ask them, like, what's your max cost per purchase? They have no idea. What's the target ROAS? No clue. How much are you looking to grow your revenue month over month? They don't know. If you don't have clear KPIs and goals, you're not running ads, you're gambling. This is why most businesses cannot scale. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up goals, measure KPIs, and make sure that your ads are actually getting you money. What's up, guys? I'm Stefan, co-founder of Diggity Media and owner of Unlimited Digital Agency. My team and I have audited over 300 accounts in last year, and guess what? 95% of businesses had no clear KPIs or goals. Okay, they were spending money, but they had no idea what they're aiming for. And that's why I decided to make this video. But there's one thing you need to take care of before even thinking about launching the ads. And that one thing is the offer. This is the most important part of your funnel. If your offer sucks, you can have the best PPC team in the world, best designers, best copywriters, but you're still guaranteed to lose money. If your offer is rock solid, then we can move on. If you watch this video until the end, you will learn how to set clear ad goals, track KPIs so you know if you're scaling or burning cash, and use data to make better ad decisions instead of guessing. So grab a pen and paper because we're going to break this down step by step. Most people fail with PPC not because their ads are bad, but because they don't know what success actually looks like. They will say, I want to grow my business, but grow to what? What's the goal? Your ad goals and KPIs are like a chain. If one link is weak, then the whole thing falls apart. But first, let's clear the difference between KPIs and goals. So, goals are what you're actually looking to achieve with ads. For example, you might want to increase the revenue or get more leads or boost conversion rates. Let's say you own an Ecom store. Your goal might be to increase revenue or increase number of purchases. Or maybe you run a lead gen business. In this case, your goal will be to generate more high quality leads or to increase website traffic. Goals are great, but they do not mean anything without the numbers attached to them. So that's where KPIs come in play. KPIs, or key performance indicators, tell you if you're actually hitting your targets. So let's get back to that example. If you own an e-com store and your goal is to increase revenue, your KPI could be grow revenue by 30% month over month. Or in the other case, if you have a lead gen business, your KPI could be have 20 more qualified leads per month. Every goal needs at least one KPI attached to it. Otherwise, you have no way of knowing if your ads are actually working. Now, let me show you how all of this comes together in real business. Okay, here's how you're gonna structure this. Let's say, for example, you run a lead gen business. So your business is at $50,000 per month, and your goal is to scale revenue 30%. So this means $65,000. So we're gonna write down our goal, which is increase revenue 30%, or in other words, scale to 65K per month. Okay, now that we have a goal, the next thing to understand is how much each customer is bringing. So let's say that each customer brings $500 in new revenue. In order to scale to $65,000 from $50,000, we will need 30 new paying customers. The math is simple. $15,000 additional revenue divided by 500 equals 30. But here's another thing. Not all of your leads will become paying customers. So you need to have some conversion rate from leads to customers. Let's say, for example, that conversion rate is 50%. So that means you need 60 new leads to acquire 30 new customers. Okay, so now we know our first two KPIs. KPI number 1 is to increase revenue by 30% or 15,000. KPI number 2 is to get 60 new leads because we have a 50% conversion rate. But we can add conversion rate as KPI number 3 as well. So let's say we want to maintain this conversion rate. Okay, so now we need to talk about your business model and your margins. We've identified that we need $15,000 in net new revenue, but the question is, what's your profit? So for the sake of this practice, let's say that your profit is 2/3 of the total revenue. This means that if you're revenuing $15,000, you are earning $10,000. And these $10,000 are your baseline. So this means if you invest $10,000 into bringing 60 new leads, which will result in 30 new paying customers, you're gonna break even. Which tells us what's the maximum price you can pay for a new qualified lead. And again, we do that simply by dividing 10,000 with 60, which brings us to a number 167 or around 167. So this is the maximum amount of money you can pay for a new qualified lead. But of course, you don't want to break even. You want to keep earning. So again, let's say that you want to invest 60% of your profit into marketing and then keep 40% as your earnings. That means that you want to invest $6,000 and you want to pocket 4. Again, simply by dividing $6,000 with 60 new leads, we get $100 per lead as our ideal price that we are willing to pay. So this gives us KPI number 4, $100 per qualified lead. But this is not the end, because there's one more thing we need to talk about, and that's your website conversion rate. Let's say your website conversion rate is at 1%. This means out of 100 people that visit the website, 1 will become a lead. This tells us how much our cost per click or cost per landing page view should be. So in this case, if we have a 1% conversion rate, our cost per click should be $1. And this brings us to a question: are you able to get link clicks or landing page views for $1? If you are, then we are okay to move forward. If not, then you also need to rethink your website conversion rate and how you can improve it. But we're gonna add KPI number 5, cost per click, $1. So now you have your math. As long as you have cost per click for $1 or less and keep the website conversion rate at 1% and keep the sales conversion rate at 50%, you will be able to acquire 30 new customers each month with investment of $6,000, and then you will be earning $4,000 on top of that. So okay, let's recap. So the most important thing in your business is the offer. If it sucks, you're guaranteed to lose money. If it's okay, then you can continue forward. After the offer, you need to think about your website conversion rate. If it's good, you will make more money. If it's not, then you need to think about adding new landing pages, improving copy, improving design, and then also thinking about testing different audiences in ads that are more likely to convert better. After that, there is a cost per lead. So in this case, we know our cost per lead is $100, but you should be able to have your own ideal cost per lead. The last thing is your conversion rate or sales conversion rate. So in this scenario, if you maintain a conversion rate of 50%, your business is basically a money-making machine. If it falls, then you need to think about your sales approach. If it goes higher, then the better for you. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. I'm doing my best to reply to every one of them. And remember, if you don't ask, you don't get. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one. I'm Stefan, and I will see you in the next one.